All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. Now, Justin Gaethje does not like Colby Covington. Let me just make that perfectly clear. I'm going to read you guys a statement that he made, and candidly, I'm going to be totally honest with you. This is a video where I'm leveraging this statement that Gaethje made as an excuse to make a video about the Trevor Whitman camp. Rose, Kamaru, Gaethje, because they never give me anything to work with. Like, this channel, if I'm like, hey, let me break down fights, no one would watch it, dude. That's not what this channel is. I need something that I could sink my teeth into, that I can either make fun of or, share some life experience about. But just like, Kamaru goes to practice every day, trains with the best guys, is the most dominant fighter. Like, there's nothing there. He's just, and Gaethje is in that same camp. But he hates Colby. And he has made similar comments about Masvidal and other people, and Conor. So it gives me the ability to do kind of a character profile on Gaethje because because I want to do one, so I'm going to. Now, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. If this is your first time to this channel, it's always this good, dude. Or this bad, depending on how you interpret it. But yeah, I've been looking at my analytics. It's actually kind of unbelievable how many new people find my channel for the first time every week. Like, it's like something like 30 to 50,000 people every week click on one of my videos for the very first time. I can't even wrap my brain around. But if this is your first time, enjoy. Welcome to the party. So, like I said, here's what Justin Gaethje said about Colby Covington. I dislike Colby so much. So I want to see Kamaru Usman really put it on him. But Colby is a damn good fighter. That little piece of shit person, but he's a good fighter. It's so funny, dude. It's just funny because that is consistent work from Gaethje. Like he said, Jorge Masvidal, he's calling himself Street Jesus. Fuck that guy. Conor, he has been very, very vocal that he thinks Conor is a bad person. And he's like, he doesn't hold back, man. If he doesn't like you, I'd be fucking nervous to hear what he would say about me. But geez, I'm about to talk really positively about you, Gaethje. So if you're mad at me, you better fucking scale that back before I make you my hobby, son. Just kidding. But yeah, dude, he said Conor is a piece of shit person. And here's the thing. Gaethje is actually in a really good position to call people that, because you could call, look, does he love to smash people's faces in? Absolutely. Is he exceptionally good? Absolutely. But when it comes to he's a piece of shit person, when he says that about other people, it's, the first thing that you're doing is you're like, really? Well, let's take a gander at your life and see if you're in a position to say a thing like that. And Gaethje, he's bulletproof, man. The guy he went to school to be a social worker, right? He went to be a social worker. You ask him why it's important, beyond obviously he loves to compete and all that, but why is it important that you do well? He gives answers like Mother Teresa. And I believe he's completely genuine. I genuinely believe that. He wants to show people that they can do whatever. He wants to inspire people. He wants to, he volunteers with the kids. He's a genuinely incredibly good person, And so he, for all intents and purposes, he can say whatever he wants, right? And I like that about him because I like people whose circle is small. A person who is very widespread, they got a million friends and they're calling, it's just a very different personality type. But the guys that keep it real tight and they'll go to war for the guys that are in that circle, I love guys like that. And yeah, I would imagine Gaethje, that couldn't, describe him better. Now, another thing I'll say about Gaethje too, that I've talked about this a few times on the channel. Basically, anytime I talk about Gaethje, I talk about this. One of my favorite things about him is his mindset as it relates to fighting. Now, I think it's a little bit different now, maybe. But I said this before, that basically before I saw him say this, I said it about him, which was, the way he approached the fight game in general was he was just going to go at you with reckless abandon because you were going to break before him. He wasn't saying that he was better. He wasn't saying he was faster. He wasn't saying he was stronger. And even though he probably was those things, but that's not how he looked at it, right? He looked at it I'll let you kick me so I can kick you. I don't need to be better than you. I just need to be as good, because if one of us is going to break first, it's going to be you. He's the guy that'll just keep running and running and running until every single person on the team just collapses and he's last. That's how he looked at it, was he wanted to break people, and they all broke. And I said that, and then I found a clip of him on Joe Rogan, and that's exactly what he said. when they were talking about when he lost the 2 fights to Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier, he said he didn't know he was ever going to have to switch up the way that he fought because he wanted to be the most entertaining guy ever. And he's like, and I didn't realize that like there was going to be anyone who wouldn't break because everybody was breaking. And I was like, I fucking knew it, dude. I knew it. And then I cut that all together. I cut like me saying it, and then I cut his thing together because I was very excited about that poll. But like, if you think about this sport the way that I do, what is more fucking gangster than that? It's like, you know, you're gonna break first. Like you're gonna break first. Because there's like there's the side of this thing that is like precision, accuracy, preparation, footwork, you know, strategy. And then there's that other thing, dude. There's that other thing. It's like, can you eat what I deliver, and can you stand until I fall, or vice versa? And you got like Gaethje, you got Poirier. Like these guys are fucking unbreakable. Like, and even though they've been beaten, if you look at those losses, like especially like look at Gaethje's. I mean, you know, Khabib, he went to sleep. But the ones before that, it's like, dude, if you would have been like, here, Justin, all you have to do is just stand there, he would have just collapsed. Like he went until his body gave up. Like he didn't give up. It's just his body couldn't take it anymore. That shit is so gangster, dude. But now that he's got footwork, strategy, he's not going to take hits unless he has to. I mean, he is so dangerous, dude. And I love Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is my boy. He and I talk all the time. And I mean, like, I have so much respect for that guy, too. He works so hard. But man, that is again, I've said this before. Chandler calling for Gaethje is the most gangster shit ever. Like seriously, of every fight that you have in the lightweight division, from a career strategy perspective, he could have called anybody and put himself in a fucking damn near similar position, and he asked for Gaethje, dude, the leg kicking fucking murder machine. So anyway, that's that. But when it comes to the other guys, Kamaru, Rose, what's crazy about that camp is you never hear shit about them except when they're winning a belt, dude. You know, like seriously, think about that. You never hear a fucking thing come out of that camp unless one of them has just like knocked someone's jaw, dislodged their jaw in front of the world. You know, and it doesn't matter what you think they're gonna do; they perform well almost every single time, or every time. You know, like the consistency that camp goes into these huge fights and performs is fucking unreal. If you really think about it, look at all Trevor Whitman's people, and it's not just about how good they get, but think about how they consistently perform under the lights when it really matters. You know, like Rose knocked out Wei Lee in the first minute of that. That's insane, dude. That's insane. And you know, that particular kick, for sure, she prepped that all day long, all day. Watch Wei Lee. You know, she's going to think I'm going to go low, and I'm going to put this across the shin to her jaw. And as a matter of fact, I just bet a big bet on Rose Namajunas, as a matter of fact, just as a side note. But, and Kamaru, I mean, Jesus, man. The guy, I mean, the only time I've even seen him hurt was against Gilbert. And we saw how that went. So, anyway, much respect to these guys. I think Colby, is not a bad person. I think he's playing a role. I think it's hilarious, and I think the people that are buying into it might just hate the fact that he's playing a role. But if that's the case, they probably fucking hate my ass then. But that would be misplaced also, because you know what I'm doing? I'm doing what I have to do to build a channel, son. You know, that's what I'm doing.